Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as outlined in my opening statement, a few of the agencies within our committee's jurisdiction have indicated that sequestration could impact their cybersecurity research and development portfolios. I'd like to place two letters in the record, one from NSF and one from DHS, detailing those potential impacts. To all, in his testimony, Dr. Chang recommends that the legislation raise the trajectory of cybersecurity research and development spending from its historical levels because it would create long-term benefits in our effort to improve the nation's cybersecurity posture. As you are all likely aware, sequestration is set to take effect on Friday. Sequestration will cut federal R&D budgets by 8.2%, and agencies like NSF and DHS have indicated that research in cybersecurity may be affected. How would the security posture of the United States be impacted if sequestration were to take effect and cybersecurity research and development will significantly cut? Dr. Chang.
In the 2010 CSIS report, we reported a number of about 0.2% of the federal R&D budget was spent on cybersecurity. And I looked recently, and that number is just a little bit larger now. If you think about the priorities that the nation is now placing on cybersecurity, the fact that it's something less than 1% seems to be a small number. It's not for me to determine what the priorities are, but that just strikes me as sort of a low number. I guess I'm suggesting that it needs to be a long-term prospect. I mentioned this analogy with planting trees. I'm suggesting that we need to plant a few trees to place some bets on some research issues that are going to build over time. The research certainly won't guarantee answers, but as I mentioned, as related to infectious diseases, we need to understand causes. We need to understand solutions. We need to understand countermeasures. We know how to do it. We've done it before. We've gone after large public programs before. And my suggestion is research is required to make some long-term bets and begin kind of changing the vector on what the defensive posture looks like.
Ms. Benzel?
Yes, I think that we've begun to see some progress in the funding, of course, at a very small level, as Dr. Chang says, in being strategic about our cybersecurity R&D. If we are to slow that down as a result of funding cuts with sequestration, then we have set ourselves back. We are already on the losing end of an asymmetric battle, and giving our adversaries, another year leg up while we fight our own internal budget is only going to make the situation much worse. As it is with funding cycles with places like the National Science Foundation, it takes close to a year from the time I, as a researcher, have an idea, submit that idea, and get a contract. And so, again, introducing another delay as a result of the budget battles is only going to set us back. And in particular, at a point in time when these agencies have become much more strategic, better coordination, and better focus in their research. We have researchers in the pipeline. We have projects that are happening today, and we can't afford to stop them, slow them down, or lessen and weaken their effects while the adversaries are on a dramatic increase, as we've seen recently. The change that we see in the adversarial landscape in the last year is 10 times what we saw in the 10 years before, and so any gap in funding is going to be extremely detrimental. Thank you.
Thank you.